We have owned this property for a year and a half now, and last summer we spent an hour to an hour and a half every day watering the garden and all the plants and the flowers and the grass because none of it was automated. So this year we are going to tear out all the old system that we had to turn on by hand, regulate by hand, watch it water, come back, turn it off, do all those things. And a lot of it's galvanized. I spent hours a week fixing leaky pipes, broken sprinklers, sprinklers that didn't have any coverage at all. And we're going to automate the whole system. It's going to run off of an app on my phone, be hooked into Wi-Fi. It's going to be amazing. We have a similar system at our house, and I don't even have to think about it. I turn the water on in the spring, and it waters all summer. I turn it off in the fall, and we have great coverage and really green grass and all the things over at our house. And I want that same thing here, especially for the garden. It gets really hot in the summer, up over 100 for a few weeks in July and August, and that is really hard to keep on top of the watering out west here. That's going to be a problem. There used to be a 20 to 30 foot spruce here, almost as tall as the shop, and I cut it down, but the root system was still in here. I just kind of buried the trunk because it wasn't a problem, and now it's a problem. I had to go get a stump grinder and rent it. I got it for 4 hours. Let's see if I can get this big old stump out of here. We'll see how it does. It should be good. Seems like it's gonna work great.
So we hope we got it far enough down. Zeb's digging it out. He's getting pretty good at this tractor backhoe situation.
It got a little squeezy over here. I almost had to move the camper. But we've got a hole, trench, call it what you will, about 200 feet of it, at the correct depth or a little deeper because I'm not super accurate with this little tractor. Had to wiggle around this stump, but I think that'll be fine. And we're ready to lay the freeze-proof spigot. A lot of work for one spigot, but it'll be worth it. I'll probably put 3 or 4 in that are frost-proof, but you know, one's enough. Okay, so we're getting ready to tunnel underneath this sidewalk. This is a little kit that Orbit sells down at Home Depot. It's just a nozzle that glues onto the end of your PVC, and then this is to screw onto your hose. Now, I've got, if I need longer, you just add more pieces of PVC. You cut and put a coupler in or something and done. So while I'm water picking underneath all of the driveways and tunneling under those, Redrick is over here, and he is digging out all of the drip line to the trees and the bushes and some of the planters. That way, when we're ready, we can just lay the 1/4-inch drip down, and I don't have to run a 12-inch hole that the backhoe digs all the way to every single tree and bush. All right, it's rush hour. Everybody's headed home. Got some fresh snow on the mountains, and PVC is tunneled under. Fought a couple things. There's my gas line, the black line right there. I knew it was there coming in. There's one on the other side of this driveway running all the way to the cottage. So we had to dodge both of those, but we got the pipe under. I had to dig in, probably about 2.5 feet, because I kept hitting about 1 foot away from the end over there and not making it through. So we started a little closer on this side and was able to water pick. That's just hooked up to the hose. Able to water pick all the way over here. So about 25 feet of driveway. I had to transplant a blackberry momentarily. It'll get planted back in, but we made it through. My neighbor Richard came over and he's like, let me try and help you out with that. We shot that thing through the first time. I've been over here fighting it for like 3 hours, and he's like, let me give it a try. And you know, sure enough, popped it right through. So appreciate his help. That was awesome. Now I can get to lay in the rest of the pipe. I've had several people ask, this is the MT125 I picked it up last fall and it's been a good little digger. It's not the fastest machine, but it works really well. It can go about 6.5 foot depth. I only need a 3 foot depth on here. Well, I'm about 2.5 on average. I go a little deeper in a couple spots because the ground's not level and I'm not level. But so far, really happy with this little tractor. The backhoe implement or attachment, whatever you want to call it, works really, really well. I got Jami out here and she is running the drip line for all the bushes. She's already got all the trees done over there. And it's just these tiny little 1/4 inch drips. But how's it going? You got some dirt under your nails there, I see.
I'm just glad that it's not snowing. That's where I'm at.
It's 70 degrees out here. You're probably gonna get sunburned. So this line holds water, runs water. Jack's starting to do the first little bury on it. Making sure the pipe's at the bottom of the hole, huh? All right, we still got to fix all the holes in the ground, but the sprinklers are all adjusted, spraying where they're supposed to. They're linked up to the app with the controller in the basement, hooked up to the Wi-Fi, so I can adjust them, rain delay them, do whatever I need to do. Now I got to clean up my mess. Got water out to all of these planters up front here that we had last year that we were having to hand water. Everything's been put on a drip system and the sprinklers. I've got to reseed all of this and finish flattening out over there. But Jami's got a bunch of flowers. We're gonna get a jump start on it. Some of these are perennials, some of them are annuals, and some are just dead. And some are gonna just die. You can see we've got some succulents that died off last year we need to go through, but they're coming back pretty good and strong. We've got these ones up here that are coming back. The lavender is starting to green up, so we'll give you a sneak peek of this once we get all the hose where we want it to go. I'm gonna go amend some soil with some special donations from Buttercup, and we'll get this planted. Buttercup, are you here for the donations today? You get the good scratches? Yes, that's for your efforts. Been working so hard. All right, these are the perfect candidates. Nice and fresh. See what you did? That's what you did. So Jami has been busy while I was mixing up manure, cleaning up these front beds. I'm gonna add a little more dirt of my special mix here, and then we'll get going on planting. Okay, we got everything flattened out. I got a mow. It's pretty unruly over here. And then I'm gonna reseed. I'm gonna get everything watered up again. Jami's got the front plants going. Some of this returned from last year. I still gotta spread out this soaker hose on this one. This has been planted here, and we've got strawberries in this one. If you guys know of something that does good in full sun, like maybe some herbs or something, that front planter is mostly just flowers because it takes a beating. Anything that can't handle full sun, we can't put it up there. It's southwest facing and gets afternoon sun for like 6 hours. Need to get Buttercup out here and the sheep, let them do some work. As you can see, I did not get this pear tree trimmed. There are so many blossoms on it. I don't know what we're gonna do if half of this turns into pears. So we're gonna grass seed this here, mostly for that area up front that's kind of barren and didn't have water good before. This we want to turn into a walkway for the shop. Oh, that sun's bright coming up over there. So most of this is going to get pavers, and then we'll take it across the grass right here and get rid of this concrete all along here. Thanks for hanging out with us while we do some sprinklers and a little bit of light gardening. Got some flowers put in, some strawberries. Like I said, let us know if you think of any cool herbs that might be able to handle the full sunlight up front. We like to grow productive things that aren't just pretty, that we can eat.
Progress is progress. We're not done yet, but it's looking a lot better, and I'm so excited to have everything on irrigation.
So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you're subscribed so you're not missing any more. The garden is about a week out, so we'll see you on that when we get that put in.